let's go over to New York Jets camp because I want to. And I think it's time to put the whole Sean Payton attacking Nathaniel Hackett story to rest. But to be fair, if you're going to play the original comments, then Aaron Rodgers defending Nathaniel Hackett, let's also take a listen to what Nathaniel Hackett had to say as we finally put a capper on this silly story. By the way, come week 5, it's going to come up again because we're going to revert back to what Sean Payton said, last week. But Nathaniel Hackett's in a no-win situation there. They stunk last year in Denver, and he was the head coach. So I appreciate the fact that he's not trying to defend himself or put out his resume. And he's like, look, week 5's coming. We'll deal with it, that kind of thing.
I think that's the first time I've seen Nathaniel Hackett smile in about 12 months.
Yeah, probably, right.
Knowing that he's no longer.
He probably smiled when they got Aaron Rodgers.
He's talking about that there's a code. You know what? There's a code to winning. There's a code to winning football games. You went to Denver, you stunk it up.
Yep.
You probably arguably had the worst season in Denver Broncos history. And just wear the hat. And he screwed it up. Sean Payton got on him. He was being honest about what he had to say. And I love everything about it. He didn't have to apologize for anything that Sean Payton said, and I think Nathaniel Hackett is being a baby about it.
Well, I don't think he's being a baby.
He
was like, I expected. I live in a glass house.
Somebody said something about you because you went to a place and stunk it up and you did a bad job. Why does he care so much?
Well, because he was asked about it. Now, if Nathaniel Hackett comes out and goes, what's your record without Drew Brees? Then I think you got some legs there.
Right.
But listen, they only talk once a week, the coordinators. Guy gets up, the media's like, yo, what'd you think about Sean Payton? If he says no comment, he's a baby. If he attacks him, he's a bad guy. Mm-hmm. You guys, listen, Trayvon Diggs called Dak Prescott a bitch yesterday.
Exactly.
Right? That's a story.
Yeah.
No?
It is a story.
A week later, a coach talking to another coach just puts a nice little bow on it. Yeah. And week 5, you'll be sitting here and we'll talk about it again.
Well, he was saying that I would expect it for week 5.
Yes, because that's the week they play.
That doesn't matter. When he walks in that stadium in Denver,
he's going to hear it.
He might get hit with a couple Coors Light cans. So he better tread lightly.
Yeah, all right. So from that, let's go to Buffalo, where we have an issue in Buffalo. We got some miscommunicating in Buffalo between Josh Allen and the rest of the organization. Josh Allen was asked yesterday about what the focus is for the Buffalo Bills this year. And here's the problem with it. If you go to their practice facility, I will put a picture of it up right now, the organization is thinking Super Bowl. That's out there behind the goalpost, right?
Yeah. Every single team should think Super Bowl.
And at the bottom there, I know for some of you in Nebraska, it might be hard to read that. It says one team, one goal.
Yes. Right.
Vince Lombardi. Right. That's the goal.
No doubt about it.
But Josh Allen's saying, maybe not. Just let's get into the playoffs.
We just had this conversation yesterday. We were saying that Eli Manning wasn't a great regular season quarterback.
Right.
And I said the only way for you to get to the Super Bowl is to get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And he understands that. You can't just skip the regular season, skip the playoffs, and end up in a Super Bowl. So basically what he's saying is that they have to win the division or be a wild card.
I mean,
this is the first year in maybe 4 or 5 years since Tom Brady has left New England that the Buffalo Bills have basically dominated the AFC East.
They have.
Now they added Aaron Rodgers, they added all the pieces, so that division is going to be more competitive now, and he understands that they may not win the division this year.
Well, that sucks,
they may have to get in with the wild card because the AFC is loaded.
If you're a Bills fan, I always approach it from the fan. You approach it from the player. My quarterback's telling me we might be a wild card?
He's being honest.
Wait.
Hey, nothing is guaranteed, man. Yeah. Listen, I'm still picking the Buffalo Bills to win the AFC.
Of course you are.
But he's being realistic and he's being honest. Listen, we have to play well enough to get into the playoffs, whether it is winning the division
no matter how you get
or a wild card. It doesn't matter how you get
love it because they've given up.
No,
they've given up. The Buffalo Bills quest for a Super Bowl.
It does not matter how you get into the tournament.
Appears to be over.
You just got to get in.
This year, it doesn't matter how you get in. The AFC's a gauntlet. No matter what your playoff seeding is, you're going through hell to get to the Super Bowl.
You can probably go 10-7 or 11-6 and may not get into the AFC in the playoffs.
Yeah. Perhaps you're right. But when Josh Allen comes out and goes, it's not so much about the Super Bowl or even winning the division. We might get in as a wild card. I'm sitting there going, what happened to this guy?
Because he recognizes that there is still a lot of work to be done to where they got to get to.
Stop that.
It is.
It's like someone cut the nads off and put him up on the shelf, and he's a eunuch now. What happened to Josh Allen? Josh Allen was like a man's man. He's a hunter from Wyoming, right? He does his thing. Now all of a sudden his girlfriend leaves him. His wide receiver hates him. The head coach thinks we got problems, and he's not predicting even a division win.
Totally wrong.
Buffalo, I feel bad for you. You deserve a lot better.
I don't feel bad.
And just to prove my point, I've not seen this yet. They tell me that Sean McDermott, the head coach of the Bills, disagrees with Josh Allen. This is about that banner you see in the background there. It's a daily reminder of what we're here to do and what we're trying to accomplish. Super Bowl, not wild card. And more than anything internally, it's to keep us focused, blah, 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 blah,
you
blah,
can
blah.
get to the Super Bowl from a wild card.
Oh.
Didn't say you can't.
Do you know anybody that's done that before?
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Abracadabra. Yeah, great. But here's the deal. The goal shouldn't be, let's just hope we get in. And then we'll try to. The goal should be, we're winning the division, we're hosting the AFC Championship game, we're going to the Super Bowl, and then we're taking all the cheerleaders out afterwards. That's the goal.
Right.
But Josh Allen, something happened to Josh Allen this offseason.
Nothing has happened to Josh Allen.
Can we get our producers on that? Zach, Ethan, Alex, you guys upstairs. Can you reach out to Josh, make sure he's okay?
No,
that's a different
has
dude.
To Josh Allen, he's just fine.
Listen, I lived in Buffalo for 7 months, the longest 7 months of my life, other than the year I spent in Cleveland. That felt like 10. That being said, that's a problem right there.
It is not a problem.
Your quarterback has changed. I don't know what happened to him. He's like butter. No good.
He understands the work ahead of him, what they have to do to win the division or get into the tournament.
You know,
if it's
what happened to you?
Or
who are you? You're Plaxico Burress.
Hey, the man's being honest and realistic.
I want you to be the Plaxico Burress, number 17 for Pittsburgh out of New York. If your quarterback came out and said, you know, our goal's really not the Super Bowl so much as it is, you know, not even the division. Our goal's just to be a wild card team. What would Plaxico Burress have said?
I played on teams that were so good that there were teams in the NFC East that couldn't even compete with us. So we pretty much already knew that we were going to win the NFC East.
Listen, I'm with you.
Right.
Plaxico Burress, wake up, man. What happened to my guy?
To me. I'm good.
You're tolerating butter right now.
No, man.
Oh, soft as cottage cheese.
He's being honest, man. You got to respect that.
For the people in Buffalo, I adore you. I love you. I respect you. You're one of the great fan bases in all of sports. If I read the Buffalo News today, they're livid. They want to know what happened to our cocksure quarterback. What happened to the guy who out there thinks I could beat anybody? Now the goal is let's just get in and see what we're capable of doing.
They're flying under the radar.
You want to hear Aaron Rodgers talk like that?
Everybody has the New York Jets pegged to win the Super Bowl.
Now you still think the Bills win the division.
They're flying under the radar.
Wouldn't it be nice if the quarterback thought they might win the division? But he doesn't.
He just said that.
I got to tell you.
He said either if it's winning the division or a wild card.
Listen, I want my quarterback to come out and go,
you only heard wild card.
Because he said wild card.
You did not hear him say
there's a
win
problem.
The division.
There's something weird in the water today.
Why?
Because you got the Cowboy players turning on Dak Prescott. You got Josh Allen, who no longer wants to win a Super Bowl. You got the Raiders suddenly realizing we effed up with Josh Jacobs. There's crazy stuff happening right now. Baseball's dead in New York, and the Somalia girl's still running. There's so much stuff.
She is not still running.
Hey there. Thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.